Hi Solo Pros! Welcome to the third video in my training series. Unlock the 3 fundamental business secrets to make your business 4 times more profitable. Today's training is called the Stable 4. It's the best kept secret for building a scalable solo pro business, and I'm going to give you three tips to get started. Now here's the thing, the most popular solo pro businesses today are around providing services. In one way, that's great. You can get up and running quickly and for a really very low investment. Plus, the operating expenses tend to remain very low as well. The downside is that you have to be 100% present all the time to provide those services. And it can get very easy to burn yourself out while you're working all the time. Also, when you focus just on providing services, people tend to default to the concept of charging hourly for those services, and we've already talked about the problem with that. There's another huge downside to just offering services. We tend to be living in a time where there's a volatile global economy, and that affects how consumers spend their money. For example, when the economy tanks, consumers don't tend to pay for as many services. So if that's all you offer, you're going to have a very, very unstable income. It's important to understand that there are different ways to share what you know other than just doing it for someone. Now it's the implementation age. It's no longer the information age. It's important to really understand that while people can find all the information they want, almost anything is on the internet, that doesn't mean that they're going to find a way to use that information effectively or even properly. Also, everyone learns differently and they struggle with different aspects. So you have your own spin on what you know. Those are also ways that you can repurpose your service into income generating activities and offerings. Now, I've seen a lot of solo pros that just start creating offers and making sales. It's a great start, but again, it can leave you feeling very overwhelmed if you don't have a strategy to liberate you from your day-to-day operations of your business. Otherwise, you're really just an employee, as well as the bottle washer and the administrator and all of that stuff. And that's going to burn you out really, really quickly. Now, I want to encourage you to set the goal of live access to you. That's where you provide services or consulting. I'm going to encourage you to set the goal to make that your highest level offering. Then you create other offers that start with a very low risk and builds up to your highest level offering so that customers can choose where they want to enter your world. Now, you want to build your profit center strategically. Just as I said earlier about services only, that it can be a really unstable business model, I also want to encourage you to build out your business in at least 4 different profit centers where the income comes from distinctly different areas. For example, most solo pros start with one-to-one services. That now needs to become your highest level offering that requires the most investment from your clients. To build out strategically, I would suggest that you start adding a profit center that maybe revolves around one-to-many, which would most likely include some form of consulting or training where you can deliver to a group of people the value of your knowledge and your expertise. This way, clients get some access to you, but since it's in a large group setting, it's not as expensive for them as working with you individually would be. The next profit center to build out wouldn't have any live access to you, just to your knowledge, in a form of a self-directed training program. Maybe it's resource materials or tools or templates, things like that. This is where you get into creating true products. It's important for you to specialize in an area of expertise that's really narrow and deep. People will pay more the deeper you take them. You would not have that possibility if you tried to be an expert on a wider range of subjects that you can only go into shallow, in a shallow way. Why would anybody pay a lot just to know a little bit about something? Now, creating products does require you to be involved to some aspect, of course, especially at the beginning. But you're going to create something once, and then you're going to sell it many times over. This will help liberate you from the day-to-day operations of your business, which is where we're going. That's a scalable business. Finally, the fourth profit center is from what's known as passive income. That might be from systems you set up once that run in the background with very little support for you. Some membership programs can be like this, as well as, product leasing or referral and affiliate programs. Of course, you can create different income streams within each profit center once you've got your core ones up and running. It all sounds great, doesn't it? But you're probably wondering, well, how do I get started? Maybe you're feeling more than a little bit overwhelmed. I dig really deeply into exactly how to do this step by step in my constant revenue system. But here's a quick peek into how to get started. I'm going to give you 3 tips here. It's with your content. I know I talk about content a lot, but it's the most valuable thing in your business. Creating content can help you position yourself as an expert. It can earn the trust of your chosen ideal client. It can help flesh out those profit centers. It can help you market your services, products, and offerings. It can set you apart from the rest of the pack because obviously your content is going to be very different from theirs. And it can become the products that you sell. Okay, secondly, start curating the content of others. Now, curating is the process of sifting through all the articles and resources out on the web and in other places and pulling out, indexing, or archiving topics that are relevant to your specific area of specialty or expertise and making it available to your followers. This is such an important strategy because, one, it positions you in the company of other experts out there, which gives you reflected credibility. It makes creating content much easier for you. It makes you the go-to resource for your clients because you become the hub of information. And it sets you up as a sort of filter. So you're filtering out the unreliable content. You're using that knowledge and expertise that you've got to filter out the unreliable stuff, the scam and the spam and all that nonsense. And you're just giving your clients the very best info and telling them what to do with it. There's a tip. Keep the telling what to do with it for your paid products. All that traffic that's generated from all of this activity will help bump you up in the search engines, which also will bring you more followers. Now, don't feel intimidated or overwhelmed with the concept of curating content. There are several free services out there that make it really easy and almost automate it for you. 2 to explore are Scoop.it and Paper.li. Okay? Finally, the third tip to get you started is to think syndication. That used to be a big word 10-15 years ago. Today it's very doable for the solo pro. There are so many channels that people get information through today that it's truly astonishing. There's TV, there's radio, there's internet radio and TV. There are podcasts, social media, bookmarking sites, blogs, email newsletters, YouTube, Google+, not to mention the plethora of offline sources. To take a breath, syndication is just getting your content, whether you created it or you curated it and it comes through you, getting that content pushed out through as many channels as possible, and if possible to get people to subscribe so that your content is pulled into their streams automatically as well. Now, syndication starts with getting your online profiles on at least the top 3 social media sites, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Get over to YouTube and create your own channel. It's easy to do, and it helps with visibility and credibility. Remember, YouTube and Google are pals. They work together. Don't forget to get yourself and your business set up with Google Plus accounts. In my constant revenue system, I go pretty deeply, not into content creation, curation, syndication with my magnetic marketing map. But for now, this will get you started. Drop me a line and let me know how it's going. Okay? Bye-bye for now.